So when I first got tinnitus, I was about I think
My tinnitus started in 2008, only in my left ear, and it was because of earbuds or like music. I was listening to a lot of music.
13 or something, and I was in the music industry. Like I was a DJ, so like always exposed to loud music and noises.
And one of the things that I thought really triggered is I used to ride my bike, and I had my headphones and I had my helmet on, so it was completely isolated. So all my ears were getting pounding noise by the music.
When you're a DJ, like the music has to be in a certain volume where the audience has to feel the music and I don't know how you say it, like just feel it. So like, it has to be very loud.
And after some time, I started having a ringing slash drony sound in my left ear.
It's hard to explain. It's like this is a buzzing sound, and then sometimes it will have that. Like for me, I have the low pitch. It would go that low pitch for like 1 to 2 minutes, then it would go away. And then you'll get like that little pressure for like a few seconds, but a low pitch, and then it would all clear up.
And I went to the ENT, did my hearing test. Hearing test was fine, no hearing loss, and no solution there. So it is what it is. But this was back in India, and he gave me some medication, and that medication was probably steroids. I really don't know, but it did go away in like 2 weeks. I was like, oh, it's probably nothing. Like, done. And I moved to the States in 2009 for my film school. And after my film school is done, I'm getting busy with work, and film business in LA is extremely stressful. And I was getting stressed a lot. My default setting was just stressed. I was like, I didn't even remember when I was the happy Freddy. I was just like this, always like on pins and needles.
Yeah.
Right. And in 2015, I distinctly remember June, Saturday, I'm walking and I hear that ringing come back in.
After months, I've been DJing, and I said, "Oh, what is this sound?" And I didn't know what it was. And then what normal people do is go on Google, which I went to Google, and the first thing I read about ringing in the ear was tinnitus, and they said, "Oh, there is no cure, but here's some options you can do," and they said all these weird stuff, and then this is where I started to panic. And then I said, "Oh my God, my career's gonna end. I can't DJ anymore. My hobby's gone. What am I gonna do? I'm gonna have to walk around with this buzzing sound every few seconds."
I went to Detroit, and they got my ENT checked up and everything. Again, hearing test done, all normal, no hearing loss, but the same rap sheet. It's there. What are you gonna do about it? Da 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 da.
What normal people do is they go to the ENT, and the ENT says, "There's nothing you can do, but we could do this hearing test where you put these headphones on." And when we put these headphones on, my tinnitus is so loud that when they put these buzzing sounds, I couldn't hear them.
I went to this another ENT in LA, and the moment I said tinnitus, they're like, "Okay, you got to do this MRI, you got to do all these tests." Da 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 da. Again, I did my hearing test, which again was normal. Then my MRI to see if there's any tumor, which was again nothing there. It's all fine. And then the doctor was like, "Oh, well, this is what it is."
And the funny thing is, people don't believe you sometimes. They're like, "Oh, you're making it up. You don't have this buzzing sound."
And anyone I talk to, they cannot relate to what I'm going through.
Come on, you're a man. You're stronger than that. And
I always mention to the doctor that, "Hey, doctor, it did go away. So what is like?" Oh, and they never had any answers. Like I have experienced it actually going away. Can that be repeated? Just something I don't know. I mean, I'm not a medical person. I was like, those kind of answers were always like, just leave kind of thing, right? I was like, okay. And from 2015 till last year, 2018, I was pretty much okay with that drone sound in my, I mean, you can call it whatever, habituated or whatever, right? I was like, at one point I was like completely, I could sleep without any noise or sound machines or anything. I was totally fine, no problem there.
things that I've done, you don't want to know. I want to Google. I search. I did like normal people, tinnitus cure, and then I went to YouTube. I saw these weird doctors from other countries. There's this one guy, like sketchy people. I didn't know. I was desperate, so I would do whatever. So this guy's in India. This guy's in this country. I was literally gonna say, "Mom and Dad, let's get on the plane. Let's go there and meet this guy. He has a solution." And I didn't even do any research.
And on 21st December, I went to a concert, this Carpenter Brute, and it was a little loud, and I was probably standing close to the speaker, but I still had my earplugs. And after I was like 40 minutes, I was like, it's too loud for me, and I pieced out. And not the next day, the day after that, I had a ringing in my right ear. And I'm like, this was a completely different kind of ringing. This was something that I've never experienced in my left ear. My left ear is more like drony kind of thing. This was like actually just like comes. It is very annoying, very annoying. I was like, oh, this is what they call tinnitus, right? Different versions of tinnitus happens, right? And I was like, oh shit, what is this? And I was like, I just, in my head, I was like, I have just trained myself all these years to kind of habituate, and now I have to habituate to this one. I was like, no, this is too much. And then I found you on the internet.
So then what I did is, so as I went on YouTube, I searched tinnitus cure, and a bunch of people popped up, and then I saw this one guy who had a title said, I think your channel said, I think it said tinnitus cure or heal something, and I saw the first video, and the moment he said that tinnitus is not for life, and it's like the moment he said that, it gave me some sort of relief.
And I was like, this is the guy who's like actually talking hopeful things.
That, oh my God, okay, he said that one word, now my anxiety has dropped from, it was a 10, now it's at a 5. Now that I know that there's hope out there, so now that was the first solution.
By that time, I had started your program.
Then I said, oh, let me dive deeper. I watched your video, and then you had a link in the bottom. I clicked the link, and he says, click this to get the ebook, and I got it. And then you said some stuff that was pretty true, because diet is the main key. People are like, where's that magic pill that's gonna get rid of my tinnitus or anything in general? I think it's all about, the way you said it was about diet. So when I started changing my diet, I saw it slowly, not just my tinnitus get better, it was just my whole body, like I was less bloated, and like my brain was a lot clearer. So it was basically, I killed two birds in one stone. It was my whole body was feeling better, and my tinnitus was getting better with just that, just my diet, changing my diet basically.
What really threw me off with the doctor is how discompassionate he was. I told him, hey, doc, I'm following this new meal plan, and it is actually being it's giving me some results. My right ear ringing has gone down, but just by diet change, do you have any insight on that or anything? He didn't even answer. He, as if he didn't even, he was like, oh, yeah, so he just went on something. I was like, I just told you something that is taking the ringing down. The least you could do would be hear me out.
The thing that people get most confused is they think that if you apply it for one day, it's gonna be better. It's again, it's not like a, it's not a one, it's, how do you say, it's not a one, you do for one day, it fixes the issue. It's a process, you gotta keep applying it, and then it's like a habit. You gotta do it every single day. It takes at least a while. Like, it could be, some people could see it within days, but like, if some people, like, they try it for a week and they say it's not working, I give up. But you got to keep on doing it consistently to see that routine for it to work.
To have results. I mean, in 10 days, I was not even doing cold showers. Mm-hmm. And as you said, it's brutal.
There was some stuff in the e-guide, like cold showers and stuff. Like, for me, I'm always like taking a hot shower, but like, that's something I'm going to try to implement, you know?
What was happening after 10 days? So where were you on day 1 and then on day 10?
So day 1, I had, like, the ringing was not a constant ringing. It's like, but it was like, it was like going, that got me more annoyed. It's like, just, if you're there, just be constant, right? Don't go up and down. And I started your program, and I remember this, I was at the butcher shop, super expensive butcher shop. I was at the butcher shop, and I was like, this is so ridiculous, right? I told myself. I got all the meats and everything, and I was very proper. I got those glass bento, and Saturday I was like, I'm going to cook all of them, put it on the fridge, and I had this tick mark. Like, okay, I did this, put my baking soda, put the potassium, get my Evian, everything. I was like, and it happened like day 4 or day 5. I was just like, I was on my work, and I'm going through things, and I'm like, wait a second. And we went to this, where I work, we have this mix room where it's kind of soundproofed. and I go in and I'm like, something's odd. The odd thing was that was like either it was down or I could not make that it was there.
What I did is I trained my mind, because everything's in the mind. If you tell your mind that you're getting better, that's like 95% of the problem. If you just say, "Oh, it's not working," in your brain, it's not gonna happen. So if you get this cleared up and you say, "Wow, it's working," then you'll keep on doing it because your brain will give you motivation to keep doing it.
No one talks about how diet is food is medicine, basically, right? It can treat you, cure you with so many things. And in my head, I always thought is like, if I'm healthy and good, the medical community is not making money out of me. Or people who are probably so much in denial that even if there's a treatment, they probably would like don't want to venture, right? And I also like what you say is like the first part is you have to go do it.